Welcome back, everyone, to the GGBL Opening Day, part number 3. We're almost done. We're almost done with Opening Day. At the end of today's video, we are going to be doing a hard simulation. We're going to take a look at statistics, we're going to look at standings, and award races as we get into the month of June. So stay tuned. We got a lot of things to cover here. Got some good games on tap, and then, of course, the simulation at the end of the video. Let's get into it here. We got San Francisco and Vancouver. Joey Warren keeping his momentum going from the GGC, the Golden Globe Classic, from the international play. Getting an early double play here on San Francisco's offense. Gotta love it. Good defense. Good defense here by Robert Hayes, the first baseman for the Grizzlies, helping out his pitcher, Stephen Goldie, who actually did not have a very good season 2. Year number 1 was a lot better here for Stephen Goldie. He's going to need a lot of help from his defense here, by the looks of it, this season. Another double play opportunity here as we're through 5. Joey Warren still pitching a scoreless game against a tough hitting San Francisco lineup. Let's go bottom 5. Win Fortuna. Man on first base, going to score a run. So Win is going to drive home the game's first run for either team. Vancouver now up 1-0. Good sweet looking swing by Mr. Win Fortuna, brother of Cash Fortuna out there in Philadelphia, by the way. Joey Warren still on the mound here in the 6th inning. Got an easy strikeout. And then Vito Vega, rookie. I believe he was available for you guys to choose from in the Fantasy Challenge. Little cheap player. Little lucky single, maybe, possibly. Just kidding. I'm not going to take it away from him. You got your first professional hit. I'm not going to take it away from you. So base hit for Vega, but a great play out there in center field. Running catch. Absolutely money play out there by the defender. I believe that is Buddy Kid. Vito Vega going to try to steal a bag off of Joey Warren, but they're not having it. So let's go to the top of the 7th inning as we've got Willie Talbot grounding out into a possible double play. Again, that is number 3. 3 double plays for Vancouver and Joey Warren. They're getting it done here. So still top 7th, 2 outs. Will Till, the number 4 hole hitter, the cleanup hitter, nobody on base, but he does drive a double to the left center field gap. So Will Till keeping the inning alive. Vincent Bonds, he's going to go deep. San Francisco now has the lead. 2-1 game after the 2-run home run. The one-year pro could be in line for a sophomore breakout season, guys. He had himself a great rookie campaign. Some people might be thinking sophomore slump. I'm not thinking that way. I'm thinking more positively, man. I'm thinking sophomore breakout. I think he's going to build on an already successful rookie campaign. So let's go bottom 7th. Win Fortuna yet again steps up in the clutch. Vancouver gets another run home. It is now tied 2-2. So Win has effectively given them the lead, 1-0. Then he's going to tie it up here, 2-2. He's pretty much the player of the game for me right now, at least for Vancouver. Let's jump to the bottom of the 8th. We got a runner on base. That is Ryan Berger. He will steal a bag. Full count pitch here to Buddy Kid. Big moment here with 2 outs. Easy pop-up, but Robert Hayes, the first baseman, drops it. What? Check your glove, man. You got to make that catch. That's got to be out number 3. The inning should be over. But Rob Cortez, deep drive to left field. Vincent Bonds at the wall. He jumps for it. It's over the wall. It's a 3-run home run for Vancouver, and the mighty Beavers will get it done on opening day. That's it. That's all they needed. They just needed to break that tie. 2-2. They needed to break that tie. They did it thanks to the error. I'm going to say it was an error. Hometown scorers, they gave it a base hit for Buddy Kid. That should have been an error on Robert Hayes. He cost them the game. You got to make that catch. You make that catch, it's the 3rd out of the inning. You're going to the 9th. But instead, you drop it. You give up a 3-run shot. Unbelievable. That's a type of momentum game as well for Vancouver. One of the worst teams in the GGBL last season. One of the worst teams in year number 1. I had anticipated them being a playoff team in season 2. Could this be the momentum shifter? Could they be a playoff team in year number 3? Well, got a lot of games to figure it out. Let's now move on here to Iowa and Columbus. One of the more anticipated matchups across the GGBL for opening day. Of course, Columbus making it all the way to the ALCS just to lose to the Colorado Coyotes. And then Iowa, of course, the story with them is that they're one of the better rosters. They've got a lot of talent, but they haven't quite been able to put it all together to actually make a deep postseason run. Of course, Columbus having that type of success last season, it's going to be a big rivalry here going into the next couple of years, especially with Janiel Rivera donning a Columbus Cardinal uniform. So we're going to jump here in the bottom of the third inning. John Choi, broken bat single, infield single. We have a walk now. And Elliot Cora, after pitching 2 really good innings, he's in the bottom of the third with a little jam because you got 1 out here with Janiel Rivera coming up. Hard hit ground ball here to first base. That's Davis over to second to Xavier Hawkins. Back to first. A double play. And Janiel's debut has been going good on the pitching side, but offensively, man, he's just leaving some runners on base. Can't do it, man. They need you. They're paying you a lot of money. They traded a lot for you. But now, in the top of the fourth, you got Salvatore's up. That's a miscue by the catcher, Riley Barr. Stolen base attempt from second to third, and he overthrows third baseman. Can't do it. That's going to lead to the game's first run. Iowa gets on the board, and Janiel's a little upset, and I can't imagine why. So let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. John Choi, 2 for 2 today. After that base hit, he is still perfect. He is 3 for 3. Let's see if he can get a little something going here for the offense. He's going to take off running. He is way safe. Adam Perez, the catcher, had no shot at getting Choi. That is his 2nd stolen base of the game, mind you. Little ground ball here from Riley Barr, the catcher, and low throw from Xavier Hawkins. Davis, the first baseman, can't handle it, and that will be registered as an error for Xavier Hawkins, and that's going to give Janiel Rivera an opening. Fly ball, shallow fly ball. Terry Haas, he's there. That's not going to be good enough to score the run. So Janiel leaving some runners on base here. They traded a lot of assets for that guy. They're relying on him big time, especially offensively. He's been a big bat in this lineup. They need him. Frankie Bowen's going to strike out here, and then a little flare out to Sebastian Salvatore. He'll make the catch. And the little mini threat there for Columbus goes by the wayside. Let's go bottom 7th. Daniel Anderson. Deep drive to right field. Giuseppe Ferrari giving chase, but he's there. Look at the speed. Look at the defensive ability out there by Ferrari. Making a great play. Let's go bottom 8th. We've got Lonnie McQueen coming up. Ground ball, base hit. So Columbus still trying to get that offense moving. And that is going to do it for Elliot Cora. He pitched amazing. Holding this lineup down. Scoreless. We're in the 8th inning. Tip of the cap, man. Tip of the cap. They're going to go with Alonzo Jacobs here to face off against John Choi, who is perfect on the day. And then we got an overthrow by Adam Perez. Lonnie McQueen with a stolen base, and he's going to get to third with nobody down and a perfect 3 for 3 John Choi coming up. That could loom large for Iowa's chances here in this game. They're going to allow Columbus to come back. Are they really? Fly ball to left field. Cruz is underneath this one. Is McQueen going to try it? Is he going to test it? Looks like he is. He's headed home. Sliding safely is McQueen, and the game is tied. 1-1 here late with 1 down. Let's jump to Janiel Rivera's at bat here with 2 outs. Ground ball. Again, just looking for some juice from Janiel. He can't provide it, and we're going to go to the top of the 9th here. We've got Soto on the mound. Double play ball is had by Columbus. So again, Iowa been looking to get this offense moving. They just can't quite do it outside of the error from Columbus. The gift. Actually, both teams have given up the 1 run based on an error from the catcher. Kind of crazy to think about, but these teams are so close. But Mario Mazza trying to attempt a bunt here. Can't lay it down. It's going to be popped up with the catch. And then look at Terry Haas in center field. Woo! Look at how much ground that he covered. He was on the right side of second base. The first base side of second base. Incredible play out there to haul that ball in off the bat of Daniel Anderson, who's actually had a lot of good contact today. But Daisuke Yamasa, big spot for him. He's a pinch hitter. Jacobs strikes him out. And we're going to extra innings, guys. And why am I showing you this dude? Greg Graves. I want you to just watch what he's going to do here. Okay, we're in the top of the 10th. That's a strikeout. That's number 2 strikeout, by the way, in the top of the 10th. He's got 2 Ks. Let's go top 11. Another strikeout. That's number 3. 2-2 pitch here, number 4. with runners on base. Clutch spot. This dude's got 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. Top of the 12th, another strikeout. That's number 5. He's going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Top of the 13th, number 6. Number 7. This dude's incredible. He's got 7 strikeouts since he came in. Unbelievable. So we're here in the bottom of the 13th. Lonnie McQueen, deep drive to right field. Look at Giuseppe Ferrari again. He's incredible out there in right field. He had 1 year of grooming out in the outfield. Was a bench player. Had to work his way up. Nick Drake, the normal right fielder out there for Iowa. He's starting to lose his grip on the job. Giuseppe Ferrari has, I believe, saved this game for Iowa. There's been some big hits, big line drives out there in right field, and Giuseppe's made some incredible plays. But guys, we're going to jump to the top of the 14th inning. We keep going, and Graves keeps striking people out. That's number 8. That's number 9. 9 strikeouts for Greg Graves. 1-1 pitch here. Adam Perez, fly ball to center field. That will be caught by Frankie Bowen. We're going to the bottom of the 14th. Let's see if Columbus is going to tack on any runs here. Just kidding. Let's jump to the bottom of the 17th. Deep drive again by Daniel Anderson. That's got some carry to it, but Terry Haas is there to make the catch. Anderson has been close like 3 times today for getting an extra base hit. He can't buy one. Let's jump to the top of the 18th. George Cruz, base hit with 1 out. Are we going to keep going, guys? We've already played 2 baseball games at this point. We're in the 18th inning. So Cruz gets a base hit, extends his hitting streak dating back to last season. He's up to 16 games on a hitting streak. Little pop-up there from Salvatore. Catch will be made by Riley Barr. Next batter up, Jose Andino comes up. That'll be a stolen base there for Cruz. First of the season. So now he's in scoring position here for the third baseman, Jose Andino. That will be in the gap. That's definitely going to score the run. Rounding first, heading for second. Could possibly be headed for third base, depending on where this throw goes in. But McQueen smartly holds on to it, and Andino delivers the RBI double to break this game open. Break the tie. It's 2-1. Chet Frazier actually looking to break it open even further. It's 3-1 after a gap shot. 2-2 pitch here to Giuseppe Ferrari. He's going to get hit in the butt. That's a walk. Hit by pitch. Leads up to Corey Davis, the first baseman. Base hit. Are they going to try it? Throw coming in? They won't. So still bases loaded. Here in the top of the 18th. A walk. Perez drives in a run thanks to a walk. Frazier's going to score. And we're going to the bottom of the 18th, guys. Double play opportunity. They convert it. Game is over. Iowa with the victory. Late inning victory. It's basically game 2. They're going to play like a 4-game series, aren't they? Good win for Iowa, man. They held on. Gritty performance by both teams. Tied all the way up until the 18th inning. 1-1. And just think about that. The game should have actually been 0-0. The only way that they scored the first runs for each other was off of errors by the catcher. That's nuts to me. It just goes to show how close and how tight that this matchup's going to play out for the rest of the season. Something to watch out for here, guys. A lot of bad blood between these two teams. Actually, I believe firmly that this might be the most heated rivalry upcoming in the GGBL. Think Red Wings Avalanche, okay? Think Red Sox Yankees. That's where I'm thinking that this rivalry is going to be headed to. Something to think about, something to watch out for here. Little budding little rivalry. We don't have a lot of those happening in the GGBL, so it's kind of entertaining to think about. We'll see how it all plays out. But, guys, let's head out here to Mallard Grounds. We've got Michigan against Pittsburgh, an AL East matchup, and the debut of Jahao Ipman. We saw him debut in the GGC in the preseason tournament, international play. Dude performs at the highest level, and he's going to continue to do that in GGBL play. First hit and first home run of his GGBL career. Unbelievable, man. Well, we've had a lot of these rookies on opening day show out. Raekwon Butler, Jahao Ipman. Michael Estrada. Just to name a few guys that have been popping up here on opening day gameplay. We've also got Russell Yan hitting a home run, a one-out home run in the bottom of the third. So Harmon Connor just cannot seem to figure these guys out. Michigan is up 2-0. Still the bottom of the third. 3-1 pitch to Luigi Mazza. You can't give that guy a fastball. Not right there. Deep drive to left field. That baby's gone. Luigi Mazza extending the lead for the Mallards. Now 3-0. And Harmon Connor is beside himself a little bit. 3-0's not hard to come back from. But as a pitcher, you got to start limiting the damage at this point. It's all about damage control. Allow your offense to help you out. Try to come back a little bit, but that walk does not help, and neither does the base hit. Alex Humberto, he's a clutch hitter. He's going to come through in those spots. It is 5-0, guys. Michigan with an early lead that might seem insurmountable. Honestly, this game might be over before it even got started. Patrick Hawkins, strikeout pitcher, pitching well to this point. Pittsburgh has been shut out. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Still no runs for Pittsburgh. Hardesty's going to get a hard hit single. Hawkins is still out there. Pitch count's looking pretty healthy here at 70, but Alexander King comes up with a base knock. Right fielder got to get this thing back in here, prevent the run from scoring, but not in time. Runners now moving up to second and third with 2 down. Pittsburgh does get a run up on the board. Hawkins still pitching here. 0-2 pitch on Chucky Morton. He will get the strikeout. Again, limiting the damage. That's what it's all about at this point. So 5-1 game, and then as we jump ahead to the top of the 7th, more traffic on base paths for Pittsburgh. They can't clutch up as you get a strikeout. Still 5-1 game. Top of the 8th, Denzel Good the 4th. He's going to strike out. That's number 9 for Hawkins on the game. Ground ball here to Mazza. He will make the play. Still 5-1 in the top of the 8th. Hawkins, can't figure out Alexander King. The last 2 at-bats, King's got a base hit. He's got a solo shot now. And I think at this point you might want to consider getting him out of the game. Get Hawkins out of the game. He's had 9 strikeouts to this point. He's pitching well, but that pitch count is at 107. Fortunately, he does get the strikeout again on Chucky Morton. He's now had 3 Ks in gameplay. So Hawkins' day is done. 10 strikeouts today. 5-2 game. This is the right call. Even if Hawkins, he's over 100 some odd pitches on opening day. He was overused at that point. You got to trust your bullpen here. It's a save situation anyway for your closer, Anthony Halbrick, but he does give up a leadoff double. Joey Singer, the 6-hole hitter, comes up. He laces an extra base hit in the gap. That's going to score another run. And still with nobody out, that's back-to-back doubles. I'm getting a little concerned if I'm Michigan here. Donald Caros, fly ball out there to left field. Sposato, he will make the catch for the first out of the 9th. So we were thinking that this 5-0 lead was insurmountable, was the word that I used. Well, it's a little iffy now, isn't it? It's a 5-3 game. 2 outs. Runner stays at second. But Omar Ruiz, base hit up the middle. Pittsburgh coming back. It's 5-4. Tying run at first base. It's up to the leadoff hitter, though. Denzel Good the 4th. 0-0 pitch. Fly ball to center field. Humberto will be underneath that. He will make the catch, and the game is over. So just not enough offense from Pittsburgh. They made a little comeback. They had 10 hits today, but they didn't have enough juice. 10 hits, 4 runs. Michigan had 2 less hits and 1 more run. It's the solo shots that did it. The 3 solo home runs. Mazza, Yan, and Ipman with the 3 solo shots that did Pittsburgh in. Harmon Connor did not give them a good enough performance. 3 strikeouts, 5 earned. Didn't even get through 3 innings. So that's really what cost him. Taxing on the bullpen. We're going to have to watch out for that for Pittsburgh as we go simulate the rest of this series. How are they going to manage that bullpen going forward? But Hawkins was money. 2 earned, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. He was amazing. Really helped out the Michigan W. Let's turn our attention now to Seattle and San Diego, an NL West matchup. 14-game winner Charles Hemingway has turned his career around. Season 1 was a little rough for him. He's going to take on Jimmy Madison, a 12-game winner, 3.84 ERA, solid whip at 1.2. He's a pretty darn good pitcher. You would have thought that Castaneda would have been the guy to start here, the left-hander, but they're going to go with Castaneda, it looks like, in game number 2. Jimmy Madison getting the start here today. Flowers with the nice play at first base, but Goro is too fast. Goro Kobayashi, too quick. Infield single. Clayton Hall comes up. Base hit. Josho Tora will strike out. So unfortunately for Tora, had runner in scoring position, guys on base, can't get it done. Let's see what KAJ is going to do here. Full count pitch. He strikes out a lot, but he puts this ball in play. Big time charge into center field. That is gone. A 3-run home run by KAJ. Could this be a sign of things to come for the rest of the season? This man just went 417 to deep center field. Unbelievable. Is he actually going to come through in the clutch this year? Wow. Big time knock. Kobayashi with a man on base now. Harold Otto in right field going to dive for that one. That will be a 2-out triple by Goro Kobayashi. Also with an RBI. It is 4-0. Let's go top third, 2-2 pitch. That is a strike 3 called. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base there for San Diego, but that is the 4th strikeout for Hemingway. So runner at second base, Jeremy Floyd. Deep drive to center field. Goro giving chase. He's got it. And that's the end of the threat for the Gauchos. Let's jump here to the top of the 4th. 2 outs. Molina up to bat. Doesn't have an opportunity to hit. Thanks to the stolen base attempt. Shut down by Mr. Dan McCullough. Let's jump to the top of the 6th inning. We got Harold Otto, the number 9 hitter. Deep drive to center field. Look at the range and the speed by Goro Kobayashi. Great play out there in center field. Whew. That's going to save extra bases. Still top of the 6th. No one's going to get this one, though. Line drive to right center field. Irizarry's got to hustle. He's got to get this thing back in. Floyd's got some speed. Man, this dude hit for a cycle in the postseason, if you remember that. So Floyd's a guy you got to watch out for on the base paths. He's a good contact hitter, too. He will get to third base here after a little tapper. Might as well been as good as a bunt by Reyes. Great play there by Hemingway. Way to field his position. Line drive off of the bat of Cornelius Kane. Right to KJ, but he'll hang with it and make the play. And again, nice job by Hemingway to field his position properly. Good defense being shown out here by the Emeralds. Let's jump to the top of the 7th as the Emeralds offense, they're half the inning, can't get anything going here. Base hit by Nacho Molina, and then Tony Flowers comes up and delivers a 2-run shot, pulling the Gauchos within 2. I think got out in a hurry too, guys. 105 on the exit velo. Distance doesn't really matter too much. It's where it ended up, where it stopped. But that thing could have went even further. 105 exit velo, that's insanity. Damian Reyes get on with a walk, and that is going to signal the end of Charles Hemingway's outing. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good outing, not going to lie to you. Tip of the cap to the fans. Nice little gesture there as they were rooting him on all game long. But still, only 2 runs given up. And now Colt Gorzelski's got to come through and shut this little threat down. Stolen base attempt there by Reyes. He'll snag it. So McCullough is 1 for 3 today on shutting down the stolen base attempts. Base hit here. Cabrera shooting Reyes over to third base. Another base hit. That's Harold Otto. He's going to drive in another run. So San Diego on the comeback a little bit here. We're still with 1 out, 2 men on. Jeremy Floyd. I told you guys, you got to watch out for him. He's got a double. He's got a 3-run home run. Look at the exit velo on that baby. 109. Incredible. This dude is something else. 3-run shot for San Diego. Going to get it up to 6-4. But Irizarry in the bottom of the 7th gets at least 1 back with a solo home run. Pulling it now to 6-5. That's huge. Down by 1 with only like 2 more innings left to go, guys. They got to find a way. They do get a runner on base, but Kobayashi is going to strike out. Not too often you see that from a good contact hitter in Goro Kobayashi, but bottom 7 still 2 down. That is a base hit right past Cornelius Kane. Down the line, Otto, the right fielder, going to get this thing back in, but the throw does come offline a little bit. It's going to get McCullough to third. It's going to get Miller to second, and now Clayton Hall comes up in a clutch spot. You got to try to get Tora up. You got to try to get KAJ up. He can't get it done. KJ in the bottom of the 8th with nobody on base. Strikes out off the lefty, Clint Flint. But we do get a walk. Damian Campbell with 2 outs. Seattle has an opportunity here to keep it going. Jack Mitchell. Little looping fly ball to right field, but that's going to be caught by Harold Otto, guys. And we are going to go now to the top of the 9th inning. Jeremy Floyd, again, deep drive to right field. Irizarry diving for it. You got to be careful. Don't want to bash your head up against the wall. He's going to misplay it. And Floyd, again, another extra base knock. This dude's incredible. He's got a 1-out double. Full count pitch here to Julian Reyes. He's going to strike out. Good slurve to catch him looking. But Cornelius Kane in an 0-2 pitch. And that's a deep drive to right field. That ball is hit hard. It is long. It is far. It is gone. A 2-run shot for Cornelius Kane. And that, my friends, will do it. The Gauchos come all the way back and win this game 8-5. It's such a Seattle Emeralds thing to do. You finally get a good performance out of KJ. Defensively, he's solid. You finally get him to hit a 3-run home run today, and you lose 8-5. Unbelievable. But I think Jeremy Floyd definitely deserves that Player of the Game honor. 3 for 5 today, a 3-run home run, 2 doubles. The dude's incredible. Like, what else is there to say? He just comes through constantly. 3 hits for Goro Kobayashi, but the 2 strikeouts, that one hurt. Brent Miller, 2 strikeouts. Clayton Hall with 3 Ks. The top of the order for the Seattle Emeralds definitely has to do a better job of getting on base. Limit those strikeouts. At least put the ball in play a little bit more. That's all that we're asking for. Goro was great. 3 for 5, but the 2 strikeouts. Got to limit those. Let's move on here to the Washington Swamp Monsters against the LA Knights. Should be a cool matchup. You got Chris Peterson, obviously one of the best pitchers in the league. 227 strikeouts, .98 whip. He's a good one, 15-game winner. But the thing with Chris Peterson is he oftentimes, when you expect him to be great, sometimes he throws in some duds. Maybe some bad pitches. Maybe gets his team into a little bit of a jam every now and then. He kind of skates on thin ice a little bit sometimes. Still puts up some great numbers. Still finds a way to get it done. But that's just the kind of pitcher he is. And if you can jump on him early, and you've got, on your side, you got a good strikeout pitcher with Elior Lederman. He had 200 strikeouts as well last year for Columbus. Of course, he's now an LA Knight due to the trade with Junior Rivera. So he's going to be looked and sought after as the ace of the staff. And right now, he's shutting them down. Left and right. Strikeouts, ground balls, you name it, he's getting it done. So through 2 innings, scoreless for Washington. Let's jump here to the top of the 3rd. We've got Campillo, base hit with a runner on, and that's going to score another run. So the LA Knights continue to be a pest in a lot of team sides, man. They just have some good ball players on that team. Campillo with the RBI single. Let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-2 pitch and a cut fastball that Ken Medrano. Nice job. Good piece of hitting there. Cut fastball, bearing in on him, low and away. Low and in, I should say. Took it the other way. Love to see it. Full count pitch here to DJ Taylor, the cleanup hitter. He's going to drive in another run. Game is now tied. So again, where Peterson gets into some jams, Elior gets into some jams, and we know that based on his earned run average. So 0-2 pitch, gets another strikeout. This time it's Ezra Cavedo. So Elior's all pumped up. But I wouldn't be. I'd temper that a little bit. You just gave up the 2-0 lead there, Elior. So 2-2 game. Almanzar will strike out. He's looking at Peterson like, I already got one on you. I'm good with the strikeout. I already got one on you. Bottom 4th we go. 2 straight strikeouts here for Elior. He's now got 7 total. 0-0 pitch to Caden McIntosh. That'll help. Washington looking to score him now, as the number 9 hitter is going to come up. Caden McIntosh extending the inning. Mario Ruiz, cut fastball. Can't pull the trigger. That's number 8 for Elior. Make it 9. Another cut fastball. High and outside. Chucky Pinkard can't get it done. Medrano strikes out as well. 10 strikeouts for Elior. Game's not over. We're in the 5th inning. This man's got double digits in Ks. 2-2 pitch on Taylor. He'll strike out. Jake goes down. 11 strikeouts for Elior Lederman. But despite that gutsy performance, McIntosh will get hit. It's bases loaded. Amari Ruiz, who struck out last at bat, he will deliver a 2-out, 2 RBI base knock. And Washington will take the lead, guys. That's all they'll get in the bottom of the 6th. Abe Fink's going to come on in the bottom of the 7th to face off against DJ Taylor. And DJ, we know how good of a hitter and clutch of a hitter he is. Solo home run, opposite field, 105 on the exit velo. Thing got out in a hurry. So now they've extended the lead, guys. 5-2 does Washington, and they're going to call on their new closer, formerly their setup man behind Darryl Vargas, who's now a Colorado Coyote. And Alexi Jimenez will come through with the final out. DJ Taylor will make the catch and foul ground, and that is it. That's the game. 5-2 victory. Monty Buck will get the win. Chris Peterson does not, unfortunately, even though he had a pretty solid overall performance. DJ Taylor, your player of the game, 3 for 4, a home run with 2 RBIs. I think that that's well-deserved. But I think if you wanted me to compare like the 2 pitchers today, I think Elior wins that battle. 11 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 earned, 5 innings, 5 hits. I think you give that to Elior today. And you know what? We're going to have to monitor that too. Just let's see who won the trade. Janelle had a pretty decent outing, but Elior, 11 Ks on this Washington team, that's nothing to scoff at either. I think in the early going, I think LA might have won the trade because they also got Jared Cherry in free agency. They broke up Janelle Rivera, 1 pitcher, into 2, Elior and Jared Cherry. So just something to watch, guys. All right, guys, it is time now for simulation. And one thing to note, I do want to get through the month of April, and I also want to get through the month of May. So we're going to do a 2-month hard sim. And then in June, I'm going to feel it out because maybe some matchups for certain teams make sense, like they're entertaining. Those would be kind of cool to watch. And maybe the majority of June just doesn't make a lot of sense, and we might be able to get away with simulating the entire month of June as well. For July, because the draft is in here somewhere, I think it's after the All-Star break. I can't remember. I think it's in the 4th, 5th, or 6th, something around there. The draft will be a live stream. So literally, if we simulate the rest of June, we need to get ready for the draft during a live stream. That way we can do the All-Star game, the Home Run Derby, and all that, and it'll be fun. Talk about the trade deadline as well, and see who's in and who's out. So really, that's kind of where I'm seeing this series going, is a lot quicker, moving a lot faster. Season 1 was slow because I did want you guys to get familiar with the players, get familiar with the teams, create some storylines, stuff like that. But Season 2, Season 3, moving a little faster now. Like moving forward, I think we know who's who as far as players go, and I think we just need to get through as many seasons as possible. So that's kind of where my head's at, to do a lot more hard simming. At least get us up to June for this season. Now, one thing I wanted to note here is on Columbus, because with Columbus's roster makeup, they've got 2 two-way players, right? They got Janelle, who can play the outfield. You got John Choi, who can play the outfield. What ends up happening is when you simulate, sometimes what I notice is that Choi, when he pitches, he can't play left, right? So you get Lopez or somebody else that can play the outfield to take his spot. Well, what I want to happen, what I need to happen, because it's optimal and it's good for your fantasy lineups too. When Choi pitches, he needs to be the DH. When Janelle pitches, he needs to be the DH, right? And that way these guys can just keep playing and they can keep hitting, because it's hard to bench a guy like John Choi when he's able to hit, right? It's even harder to bench a guy like Janelle Rivera when he can hit. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for them. So the game recognizes it where if Choi's in left field and he's pitching, he can't be at both spots, so I got to remove him for, like, Lopez, right? Well, I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure that Columbus's lineup is fit perfectly, and I want you guys to get credit for the players that you picked in your fantasy lineup. So I think that that's important. So I'm going to be monitoring when Choi is playing, when he's pitching, and I'm going to be monitoring when Janelle is pitching on the schedule for Columbus, just so that we're getting the credit that, you know, they need to be in the lineup, right? So Choi is actually pitching here against Harvey Kidd, and I believe that Harvey Kidd is a left-hander. Just want to make sure here. Harvey Kidd is a left-hander. So for Columbus's case, I do want to make sure that in the lineup for left-handers that we do get Choi in the game, but he's the DH. That way I know for a fact that he's going to play. All right, guys, so here we sit in the month of June. 36-22 for Columbus, man. Take a look at what they've done. Look at this win streak. Oh, my God. Look at the win streak. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 11-game winning streak. They swept Richmond. Wow, and look at how Richmond's playing. 39-19. Whoo, look at this is crazy. I love it. I love it. I love the storylines at play right now. Love that. Delman Marsh went 7 innings with 7 strikeouts. Look at this 9-0 victory, by the way. Just to give you an idea here. John Choi, 9 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits given up. He also had a home run. Looks like Janelle played left field. He's hitting 287 right now. Anderson, 3 for 4. Spicer, 2 for 3. Jernigan, 3 for 4. Man, this team's legit here. I always look for the shutouts because I want to see if anybody had a no-hitter, but doesn't. You know, I just wish there were pop-ups that showed you like, hey, there was a no-hitter. Let's see with Columbus here again. Bobby Drake went 8 1/3. This pitching staff for Columbus looks like it's pretty darn good. But let's take a look at the standings. Look at the Jacks, by the way, 23-35, 13 games under 500. They're just really struggling. The Breeze are above 500, but they're 4.5 back. This is a competitive division by the looks of it. But in their last 10, the Cardinals just really just killing it. 36-22. Look at the AL East. The Pizzazz. That's surprising. Whoa. 37-22 for the Pizzazz. The Hammers at 32-26. 6 games above 500. The Revolution are kind of surprising me too. Mallards kind of floundering though a little bit. 25-33. Interesting. Swamp Monsters under 500 at 29-31. Ouch. We'll take a look and see the stats on those teams. But look at the Mighty Beavers. Whoa, they're 33-25. They're 8-2 in their last 10. That's huge for the Beavs. I told you guys last year I was like they look good. They just didn't do anything. They didn't get it done. Emeralds, though, at 29-30. Still a very competitive division, though. A lot of things can change. You know, any team can get on an 8-2 run. You know, the Knights above 500. The Emeralds 1 game under. It's okay. We'll see how that goes. 38-21 for the Maroons. And everybody else down there below 500. So the Monarchs. I picked the Monarchs to do well this year. They are not doing well at all. 2-8 in their last 10. Interesting. Man, but the Maroons, 38-21. The good boys sitting there at the best team in the league. By the way, 39-19. I believe we're the best. Blue Sox, 9.5 games back. The Flight at 19-40. So if you guys are following along with that storyline, right, the Philadelphia Flight and the Pittsburgh Hammers, one of those two teams could be relocated. And it looks like the Flight are on the verge of doing just that. They're 19-40. Unless, of course, something really big happens for them. And they really pick this thing up. It's not looking good for those guys out there in Philly. Because you do have Pittsburgh, by the way. Pittsburgh at 32-26. So they don't want to be relocated at all. But the good boys have the best record in the league. Firebirds at 32-28. The Bandits at 32-28. Only 3 games back for both the Cyclones and the Coyotes. So again, another competitive division. They're in the AL West. Let's take a look at some of our league leaders across the league. Batting averages are soaring. Adam Bird, 32-year-old first baseman here, 373. Paul Moore, just a lot of the CPU guys going on. What's up with this? Percy Burnside, the first custom player on the board for batting average here, 333. DJ at 332. Foley. There's John Choi at 326. We got Haas. That's good to see. Burnside, Mazza, Andino, Braxton, CC, Lewis Patel at 310. Avante Duckworth hitting over 300. That's nice to see for him. Tyron Rex over 300. Yoma. If you guys picked Yoma Kit Kat, he's hitting 301. Let's see what his stats look like as far as a rookie goes. 10 home runs, 40 ribbies. Wow, so he was the rookie of choice by the looks of it here. Rafi Weiss, 305. Jericho, 299. Yeah, so there's your list for batting average. Emile Dufour-Laponte, 284. Seeing some nice progression for him. 1 home run, 9 stolen bags, 341 OBP. Let's take a look at the NL side. You got DEG. Whoa, 360 for DEG. How many stolen bags does he have? 12? He's well on his way to repeat, but 7 home runs in the first couple months. That's nice to see. Giovanni Ortiz continues to rake here. Dude had 332 batting average in year number 1. Jay Kinney, William Murphy, Altman. Wow, I didn't expect that. Dude's hitting 340. 14 home runs for the good boys. So he was losing some playing time to Ricky Holberman, and now he thought, might as well try to pick it up here, right? Timothy Pierce, Nunez, Lederman, Talbot, Kai Rico, young player, Billy Broadway, Rob Cortez, Vincent Bonds, 305, 13 bombs, better batting average. I was saying I don't think he's in for a sophomore slump. I think he's actually going to do a lot better. Goro's hitting 300. Joe Show's hitting 302. 13 home runs. I think he's gonna outpace last year's production by the looks of it there. Cornelius Kane. There's Ricky at 289. Seeing some regression there for Mr. Ricky. I don't think he's going to get to 35 this year. Stolen bases might reach that mark as he has the last couple of years. He's now 34 years old, so he's on the downslope. KAJ seeing a little boost in his overall rating. He's got 18 bombs, guys. 18 homers. He's well on his way to having a career season. Big time. Big time. 286. About pretty similar production as far as batting average is concerned. OBP. So KAJ's having a little bit better of a year as far as power is concerned, but as far as the team goes, going to need a little bit more of production, I think, from everybody else. You got the NL leaders in doubles. That's Goro Kobayashi. Brady Dunn's up there with 3. How's he doing? Look at all the regression. 262 for Brady Dunn. You guys all love Brady Dunn, but look at him just sucking it up. Paul Moore in triples. Ray Knowles. Avalos had a triple on opening day. Tyron Rex, of course. Good to see that name popping up. Home run leaders. This is what we want, right? Joe Warren, 18 bombs. Dude's 26 years old. Look at the progression there. 80 contact against lefties now. 18 bombs. He's well on his way to surpassing. He's having himself a career year. Seriously. Mazza at 16. Stoitz at 16. Some familiar names here. A lot of guys just keep on trucking. They keep on producing. Look at this trio. Ruth, Mashburn, and Jericho. 12, 13, and 13. Awesome to see. KJ's the league leader in home runs for the NL side. Look at this trio. Cullen Ward, Buddy Kidd, and Rob Cortez. 44 home runs between 3 guys. That's huge. Connor Altman's having a big year for the good boys. You got Tora up there as well. Vincent Bonds, Ricky, Burner, Xavier Jowers with 11. Kane, Seiko, Parveen Mira with 11 too. Wow. He might reach 24 like he did last year. Could do that. RBI leaders. Keith Staub. Could be one of those dudes that's is a trade candidate there for New Orleans. He's got C potentially 28. Might be a good add, like a bench guy for a playoff team. But RBI leaders, top 10. AL. RBI leaders, top 10. Familiar names. But Yoma Kit Kat, again, like he's just killing it. Absolutely killing it. I'm looking for Raekwon Butler. I'm looking for Raekwon. Where is he at? Where's Raekwon? I'm getting a little concerned here with the with his lineup usage here. He's playing center field. 7 bombs, 23, 245. So he is getting some playing time. But apparently only against righties, which makes sense because he's got 44 contact against lefties. So he's got to play against right-handers. So getting a little concerned there with the output. But statistics, let's go back here to... Let's go back to our league leaders here. I'm looking for, like, stolen bases. That's what I want. We want stolen bases. We got Goro with 19, Peanuts 17, DG 12, Vic Flutie with 10, AL. Paul Moore's having an incredible year. A lot of ribbies, a lot of stolen bags. He has not been caught, and he's hitting 360. So he's going He's going insane. Lonnie McQueen, Tyron Rex, Catfish, Baza Beasley. Here's we got a Baza sighting. Losing a little bit of progression there. 72 overall. He's got 42 games played. 11 stolen bags, 1 caught. And what about pitching? Liam Snow. Ooh, there's Liam Snow. 8-3 for Pittsburgh. Really high ERA, but it's getting a lot of wins. Walks and strikeouts needs to be a little bit better, but Liam Snow with a lot of wins. That's good. I think he's a reliever at this point. How many starts does he have? No, he's a starter. 12 games started, 12 games played. Janil's got 8 wins. How's he doing? Little regression there. 8-2, but good ERA. Strikeouts to walks. He's been good. Casey Brown. We saw him on opening day. He went 8-1 so far. Only 4 home runs. Really good numbers. 6 quality starts. Like to see that. What about in the NL side? James Monroe and Piazza and Shevchuk. Look at the pitching. Look at the pitching. He is 9-0. James Monroe, dude. 186 at .98. He's insane. What about Piazza? 8-1. Better ERA, better whip. 10 quality starts. 22 years old. Rick White's up there. You got Alexei Shevchuk. 7-4, 263. Having a better year than he did last year. 17 walks, 54 Ks. Devin McDreamy. Little regression, but 6-3. ERA is a little inflated from a year ago. He's on the downslope. He'll come back. He'll come back. He'll figure it out. Then there's Luke Nettles. I know there's a lot of Luke Nettles fans out there. He is 5-5 on the year with a 3.63 and a 1.16. Losses, you know, this kind of inflated a little bit, just because some guys are relievers. Look at that. He has no losses. He has no starts. Saves leaders. You got Stevens, Navarre. Navarre seeing some regression, but 21 saves, 2 blown. Solid ERA. Strikeouts to walks, though. 13-8. I don't like that. Blackman, Mackenzie Michael. Zamora's up there, 16 saves. Kyle Fontenot, league leader in AL saves. Humberto Matos, Kapatic, Ijaz. Lexi Jimenez with 16. Funny thing, I don't see... Oh, there's Daryl Vargas with 11. There he is. Look at that ERA. 5 blown saves. You think that was a good thing for Washington to get rid of this guy, to not re-sign him? I think so. This dude signed a 4-year contract for Colorado, so they were drunken spenders, man, for Daryl Vargas, and they're kind of paying for it. ERA league leaders: R.J. Dixon, 1.78. Look at that. Nakamura, Strongman, Janelle, Casey Brown, Joel Hyde, Chucky Myers with a 3.25. You like to see that? He's got 12 started. He's having himself a good year. Underrated year. Mr. Chucky Myers. Satchel's bringing that opening day ERA down. 3.29. He's at 4.1. At the NL side, James Monroe, of course. Marmolejo having a good year. Cuevas, Murillo, Shevchuk. Guy Zinn. Look at the moonshots. Number of moonshots up here. Good pitching for Miami, by the looks of it. Shutouts. Rich Norman with 2 shutouts. Wow. McDreamy's got 1. Shevchuk's got 1. Nettles. These would be complete game shutouts, by the way. So the fact that Rich Norman's got 2, huge. AL. Janelle, Dixon, Donnellan, Escobedo, Choi, Strongman. Again, a lot of Columbus Cardinals. Cheltenham's got 1, too. Strikeout leaders: Mata, Matson, Duke Grayson, Will Smith, Feliz, Hawkins, Landish, Zickafoose. Zickafoose is there. Elior with 97. Man, so if you guys picked Elior Lederman for your fantasy lineup, he's killing it, man. 4-5. Not so good on the win-loss record, but man, look at the walks to strikeouts. 7 quality starts. Elior's killing it out there in the NL. So, guys, that's it for the stats. Let's take a look at the awards race. The award leaders here. MVP, all CPU dudes. Adam Bird, Joe Warren, and Joey Singer. We got to change that. Custom guys for the win. Got Braden Leroy, Chris Peterson that won it last year in the AL. We got to keep up with the MVP award getters for our custom guys. But on the NL side, we are keeping up pace here. We got KAJ leading the way, Buddy Kidd, and Connor Altman. It's going to be an interesting race to see if KAJ can sustain. Because Buddy Kidd's chasing him, man. He's got 304 batting average. I did not see that coming from Buddy Kidd. Look at the numbers. 68, 52, 92 power. Where's the batting average coming from? But Connor Altman's killing it right now. He lost his job. He got it back. It looks like he's coming back with a vengeance on that. Cy Young, of course. Why wouldn't it be anybody else right now? 9-0 for James Monroe. Then on the AL side, you got Janelle, 8-2. Strongman is doing his thing. And then Casey Brown. So a lot of AL Central love for the Cy Young Award. Batting title. Think that there's no surprise there with Bird and Moore. DEG hitting 360. No surprise with that. Giovanni Ortiz, good hitting catcher, reliever of the year award. The Navarre and Ijaz. Then you got rookie of the year, Yoma Kit Kat. He was going to be my guy, but then I switched it to Raekwon. Butler. I wanted Yoma Kit Kat. I've been talking about him. I've been really on that train, and I'm not getting any credit for it, man. But look at Michael Estrada. He continues to hit, too. 265, 7 bombs. But it'll be interesting to see if Yoma can keep up pace, you know? Can he keep going with how he's performing right now? Can he keep up with the pace? Then on the NL side, you got Flowers, Schmidt, and Briley. All non-custom guys. Still looking for some rookies on the NL side to kind of take care of business there. Hank Aaron Award winner. No surprise for our custom guys for NL. And then the AL side, Warren, Bird, and Choi. And really, that's really all that I care about right now. Gold Glove, Silver Slugger. You know, don't really care too much about that. But if there's anybody specifically that you want me to look at, guys, if you want stats updates on your players, please let me know. DM me on Discord, DM me on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. Comment in the comment section below, and I will help you guys out. I'll look at some guys, look at some statistics for you. But, I mean, if your guys weren't up on the league leaders, then, you know, you're not a league leader at that point, right? So, but, if there's anybody that you want me to look into a little bit more, I can. Just make sure you contact me. And, guys, I think I'm going to take a break here and just take a look at some of these games up on schedule here for June, see if there's anything interesting or stuff that stands out to me, and we'll go from there. We may open up the next video with a hard sim of June. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see. Because, again, we've got draft coming up in July in the next month, and that's got to be live streamed. So I'll try to find some games that are interesting. It might be a really quick, short video. It might be like 3 matchups or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. It could be another big slate, like 8 games or something. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, guys, leave a like if you like this thing. I will see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.